Reading from Vayu Purana, the abode of Lord Shiva. The sages said, Mahalok, Janalok, Tapalok, Satyalok, Bhutalok, Bhavyalok, and Bhavalok, all these worlds have been recounted by you. Please mention precisely what their difference is and what the distance between them is. On hearing these words of the sages, who are great brahmacharis, Vayu, who has seen the real truth, told them all the following facts. Shivayu said, Learned men see these worlds manifest through inference. Yogis see them directly by means of yogic power, and those who habitually perform holy rites observe them through pratyahar, withdrawal of the physical senses, meditation, and penance. The enlightened Ribu, Sanat Kumar, and others who possess pure intellect, the Birajas, those free from Rajagun, free from sorrow, those excellent saintly men like Brahma himself who are always situated in never-fading delight, yogis who adhere to Brahman, and the sages of the Valakilya group, and other similars. All these have observed the residence of the Eternal Lord from close quarter. That residence cannot be conceived or argued about. It makes good men contented. I too have observed it by remaining close near the Lord. Since Ishvar is so subtle as the atom, he can only be conceived by learned men through inference. The following 10 everlasting attributes are always present in Lord Shankar. Jnana, perfection knowledge. Vairagya, perfect detachment. Aishvarya, perfect power. Tapas, perfect penance. Satyam, perfect truthfulness. Kshama, perfect forgiveness. Dhriti, perfect fortitude. Drashtatva, all-seeingness. Atma Sambandha, perfect connection with the soul. And Adhishtanatva, the state of being the support of all. He is Vibhu, all-powerful. The fire of yogic power of the yogis is kindled by his blessing. Assuming physical bodies, he helps the world of human beings. Lord Shiva's abode, the abode of that eternal Lord, is imperishable, fixed and untarnished by worldly chaos. It is the 8th, meaning one beyond the 7 worlds. It is conceived by Maya and the greatest of all. It is beyond Maya and the greatest of all. The eightfold Prakriti and its creations are created by him through Maya. Lord Maheshwar is Mayin, master of Maya. The withdrawal of the devas is done there in that abode. Listen to and understand as I recount in detail and in proper order. The distance between Burloka and Brahmaloka is 131,500,000 yojanas. The space of Brahmanda shell above Brahmalok is 15 million yojanas. This is the highest point that can be reached. Beyond that no one can go. The eternal, uncountable, subtle Prakritis, supported by mutual gunas, exists there. Their attributes are to create the Chaitagya, termed Brahma, who makes them function and is present there in Brahmalok. It is in them that all of the following exist. Purusha and Prakriti, the subtle supporting eternal one, the unproduced, the great abode, the atom, the great one lying down, the undying, the unimaginable, the unembodied, the mental form, the manifestation, the disappearance, the maintenance, and the blessing. Brahma cannot be compared to anyone else. The great Ishvar is like Paramanu. With his brilliance he makes this illuminated. He makes all of this illuminated. He is beyond darkness. The golden egg that was evolved at the outset as Upasargika, a relevant adjunct, was very huge and wholly circular. It was evolved out of Ishvar. The germination of seed is from Ishvar. Krichagya, the individual soul, is considered as the seed. They speak of Prakriti as the yoni, and that is of the nature of Narayan. The creator of all the worlds, the noble-souled, omniscient Lord, in contact with Prakriti, creates Brahmalok and the Brahmanda through his body for the purpose of the creation and maintenance of the worlds. Beyond Brahmalok, and beneath the upper crust of the cosmic egg, in between these two is the city of Lord Shiva's divine abode, Manomaya. This is the abode of the embodied Ishvar of unmeasured splendor, seemingly to indicate a different abode than what was first described. The city is named Shiva, and it is the refuge of those who are afraid of rebirth. Oh, excellent Brahmanas, it is a full 100,000 yojanas in extent. Within, it is as extensive as the sphere of the earth. It is surrounded by a massive gold rampart of solar splendor. It has brilliance of the midday sun outshining the luster of all others. It has 4 golden portals, or gates, embellished with strings of pearls. The enclosures are well constructed with bright golden building parts. That divine city shines well with the sound of bells reverberating in the sky. Neither the fear of death, nor distress, nor the exhaustion of old age finds a place there. No other city deserves to be compared to this city. It extends to 100,000 yojanas to the 10 quarters. That city is pervaded by the brilliance of the bull-bannered Lord, and so it stands firm. The creation of that golden city is by the means of mental conception. The city shines much with scattered diamond dust. In the gardens and parks therein, there are divine lotuses which have the luster of the autumnal moon, which resemble the rising sun, which are half white and half red, and which are made of gold. With their stalks having the luster of Marakata emerald gem, they are the size of the wheels of chariots. In fragrance, beauty, and tenderness they are unequaled. Some lotuses resemble the wings of a bee, some are golden, some are half black and half red. Their inner surfaces are very tender. The lotuses covering up the whole place seem to be so many umbrellas. There are 7 great rivers there. Understand their names. The following are the beautiful rivers in that excellent city named Shiva: Vara, Varanya, Varada, Vararha, Varavarnini, Varama, and Varabhadra. The excellent rivers contain water shining like split jewels. It is mixed with the petals of red and blue lotuses. Foam and whirlpools add to their beauty. Neither Brahma Rishis nor Devas, Asuras, or Pitris, or others know about this city of the inconceivable Lord. Only those noble-souled ones who perform meditation without agitation and who have conquered their sense organs by means of yogic power see that city of the bull-bannered Lord. There is a splendid golden palace in the middle of that excellent city of unequaled splendor. It is divine, and it resembles the great Meru mountain. It is enveloped in gracious glory. It has 1,000 columns. It is embellished all around with incomparable gems and jewels. Its splendor all around is increased by means of invaluable and incomparable gems. It is embellished in some sections with crystal, in some sections with lunar moonstones, in other sections with lapis lazuli, and in some sections with shining gems resembling the moon, in some with brilliant gems as beautiful as the rising sun, in others with golden jewels refulgent like fire, in some sections with jewels shining like with silver luster, in other sections with blue sapphire gems, and in some sections with firmly fixed diamonds. It is heightened in splendor by means of the brilliant windows and ventilators of various sizes. It is decorated with festoons and flags shining like the rays of the moon. Sounds of golden bells reverberate in it. Joy and revelry are ever present there. Its refulgence is heightened by the residences of the Kinnaras, which have the shape and luster of evening clouds. Just as the mountain lord Meru shines with its golden peaks, so also the palace shines with shining water currents all around, abounding in golden flowers. The whole city shines with golden flags and banners. Similarly, the lordly palace shines with its terraces and landing spots. In this abode of the three-eyed Lord, there is a statue of Vasanta, spring, which I think indicates Lord Krishna. The goddess Lakshmi, Shri, Kirti, Shubha, and Saraswati are present there in physical bodies. These eternal goddesses endowed with beauty and fragrance are innumerable and of mutually dependent qualities, complementary qualities. They are the ornaments of all precious stones and the source of the origin of loveliness and dalliance. The highly blessed goddesses divided themselves into 100 crore and diligently wait upon the Lord with Uma. They have thousands of other maidservants behind them, beautiful and endowed with splendor and glory. They all have eyes like the petals of lotuses. They rejoice along with the Ganas, as huge as mountains and as brilliant as fire. They exhibit their extremely attractive, amorous gestures and sportive activities. Some of these Ganas are hunchbacked, some dwarfish, some have beautiful bodies, some are horse-faced. A few are slender like that of the red variety of sugarcane. Some are hideous and terrible with flat faces. Some have loosely hanging bellies. A few have short arms. Some have no eyes. Some are small-footed. A few have the faces of the lord of beasts, lions. Others have faces and bellies like those of elephants. Others are elephant-faced. A few are lion-faced and tiger-faced. Some have red eyes. Some have charming eyes. There are beautiful ladies with curling locks of hair and comely eyes. Others can assume any form they wish. They are all of different dress and feature, and they are all worthy of the abode of the Lord. They move about everywhere within the palace. Lord Maheshwar of 10 arms sports therein. He lives with Nandi, the bull, and the noble-souled Ganas of universal forms, as well as the Rudra Ganas of equal exploits and liberal-mindedness. They resemble sons of fire. They have hideous faces with curved fangs as huge as sacrificial posts. He is being respected and diligently worshipped by those people moving about in aerial chariots. He wears the garland of flowers of every season on his chest and inhales their fragrance. He is of dark complexion, like the blue lotus. His eyes are large, wide, and copper-colored. His hanging lips are a bit hideous. His sharp curved fangs appear to add to his beauty. His eyes are turned upwards. It is impossible to see him straight in the face. He is beautifully clad in bark garments. He stands with his right arm hand clasping the left arm and keeping both of them clinging to his side. The hand that has destroyed the enemies of the Devas and has never exhausted by fatigue in battle. In his left hand shines the weapon Patisha, a spear with a sharp edge. There also shines his wonderful bow of 10 colors, the twanging sound of which is very terrible. There is no other bow equal to its strength. Again, there is his trident, which has the refulgence of lightning. It never fails in destroying enemies. It has the most excessive splendor, and it blazes brilliantly. The sword of the noble-souled Lord of Devas is the most excellent of all shining objects. Similarly does the cool-rayed moon shine with its brilliant splendor and gorgeous body, like the flame of a fire in the sacrificial altar. In front of the Lord is the great golden Kamandalu. It is full of water and shines splendidly. The first, or head, female doorkeeper of the goddess, named Vijaya, stands there shining splendidly after making obeisance to the Lord. She is a blessed lady with 4 arms. She is very popular. She wears white garments. A sword hangs from her waist. There's a great pearl necklace covering her chest. She shines like another goddess, Shri. She is unequaled and great. There are other ladies behind her. They are accompanied by groups of celestials. With their newly weds and beloved husbands, they worship Lord Shankar. Groups of Gandharvas endowed with all characteristic features and accompanied by all musical instruments sing songs of prayer before the Lord of Devas. The Lord of Bulls, of broad chest and great height, shines there. He has the luster of the autumnal cloud. He rejoices much in his Lord's house. Then there is Skanda, his son, of unmeasured prowess. He wears red garments. He is glorious, and his eyes resemble the petals of an excellent lotus. He stays there with his followers. He has 4 main followers, or attendants, Shaka, Vishaka, Naigamaya, and Ashtavan. They are devoid of vicious indulgence. They are not cruel. They are engaged in protecting the subjects. The deity, having the peacock for his vehicle, shines in their company. He has great prowess. There, the Lord, having 6 faces all around, sports with big serpents as his toys. Those kings who make gifts of gold to leading scholars, those householder brahmanas who live at home expounding Brahman, those who perform their Vedic study and penance in secret, and those who maintain themselves by taking grains from the fields, all these become the honored counselors of the Lord of Devas. Many manvantars expire and new manvantars come, yet the assembly of the Lord stays as it was before. May the excellent and wonderful feats of Bhava, the Lord of Devas, be heard. Tigers are his followers. They have great speed and the luster of gold. They are created by the Lord himself, and they move about as they please. They are like death unto the god of death, Yama. They subdue the arrogance of Yama. Who can adequately describe the innumerable superhuman facilities and excellences of the Lord? Henceforth I shall recount again the excellent and wonderful activities of Bhava, pursued sympathetically for the sake of blessing the living beings. Listen and understand. There are 1,000 living beings created by Maya and fettered to 8 pillars in that abode of the three-eyed Lord. They have the excellent features of the Lord of Quarters by having these attributes. They are as huge as Mandara mountain and shine like it. In strength and prowess they are unequaled. They have the color of a pearl necklace kunda flower in the moon. They roar like the rumbling cloud, illuminated by lightning. They wear crystalline jewels on their heads. They have cloud-like dark garments covering their bodies. They are marked with Shivatsa mark in Vajra. Their fingers and toes with their claws resemble the trident, and hence they are termed as Shulapanin. To the excellent shining columns of that important palace they are tied severally by means of fiery ropes. Thus they live there very happily. Appreciating these words of Vayu, the surprised sages, the saints residing in the Naimisha forest, said, O omnipresent Lord, O holy Lord, the vital air of all living beings, who are those great beings in the forms of lions? Where are they born? Of what forms are they? What is their guilt, for which those lions have been severally bound by means of Vaishvanara fetters? By the Lord of all living beings, Lord Shankar. On hearing their words, Vayu spoke thus. Those 1,000 lions are the embodied forms of the furies of the Lord, and created by the noble-souled Ishwar after removing them from his own body. They are given the physical forms of lions. After granting the boon of freedom from fear to all living beings, they had been fettered formerly by means of the fiery bonds. When dispute arose with Daksha regarding his share in the yajna, that yajna of Daksha was completely destroyed sportfully by a single lion that had been released from the bondage at the behest of Ishvar after knowing that the wrath of the goddess had been incurred by him. At that time the great goddess Mahakali came out of Mahadevi, goddess Uma, the eternal witness of all rights, along with the Bhutas as her followers. That fury is the holy Lord Virabhadra, who permanently resides in Rudra's abode. He is of the incomprehensible form. He is the remover of the anger of the goddess. Thus the palace, the incomparable residence of the Lord of Suras, the highest secret of all, has been recounted by me to you. Henceforth I shall describe the other residents and objects of that city, which is most excellent of all beautiful cities. It is situated in the atmospheric regions. There are many other palaces decorated wonderfully with various kinds of gems. There are many flags that they are heightening their beauty. The palaces are richly endowed with things fulfilling all desires. They are beautified splendidly by parks and gardens. Some are made of silver and some of gold. Some are like the evening clouds, and some resemble the Kailash mountain, meaning red and white. They are all lofty. In those excellent palaces, the followers of Bhava, who perform good rites, rejoice, enjoying various means of pleasures liked by them, such as sweet melody. Different kinds of auspicious mythological Puranic stories are recounted, along with the chanting sounds of Vedas. The sounds of songs and musical instruments are heard all around. Chanting of prayers echoes everywhere. These sounds are incomparable. All of them mingled together are very pleasing. These and similar things occur on the tops of those palaces. The palaces are auspicious and built of gold. Each of them has 1,000 columns. It is embellished all around with excellent and incomparable gems and jewels. They are beautified with crystals like the moon, with brilliant lapis lazuli stones and pieces of gold resembling the rising sun and having the luster of fire. On hearing this, the ascetics residing in the Naimisha forest expressed loudly their wonder. Their doubts being aroused, they spoke these words to the wind god. The sages said, O Lord, who are those noble-souled followers of Bhava there? Indeed, they are the most worthy of being blessed. Well did they rejoice in that excellent city. Having heard the sages, Lord Vayu spoke. O sages, may this be heard. Only the following have attained Salokya, residence in the same region of Shiva with Rudra, the eternal and never-changing region. They alone attain identity of form and excellent features with Baba. They are the people who are devoted to the Lord of the Devas. They are bashful temperament, ashamed to do sinful things. They are powerful but not covetous. They are vigorous but have perfect self-control. They observe the middle course in taking food and other activities. They have conquered their sense organs and they revel in their own soul. They are far above the influence of the dualities, like pleasure and pain. They are gentle and extremely enthusiastic. They are devoid of jealousy and enmity. They love all living beings. They are quiescent, unagitated, and they do not exert themselves in worldly pursuits. Their consciousness is pure. Their conscience is pure. They are pure in mind, speech, and activity. With single-minded attention, they seek refuge in Maheshwar. Those who live in Shiva's palace are all universal formed, with fire-like faces. They have kaparda, matted hair. Their throats are blue in color, the neck white, and the fangs very sharp. They are three-eyed, with the crescent moon forming their coronet. Matted hair is worn by them. All of them are heroic. They have 10 arms and have the fragrance of a lotus. All of them resemble the midday sun in brilliance and wear yellow garments. All of them are armed with the pinaka bow. They ride white bulls. They are endowed with glory. They wear earrings. They are embellished with pearl necklaces. In brilliance they are superior to the devas. They are omniscient and observers of everything. They divide themselves into various forms and enjoy various sports and pleasures rare for others. They are devoid of death and old age. They can go anywhere they please. They are great siddhas themselves and are further enlightened by other siddhas. Thus the attendants of the 11 Rudras of great souls are crores and crores. With them, Maheshwar, the noble-souled Lord of all devas, the lover of Parvati, rejoices there, fully sympathetic with his devotees. I do not find any difference between those Rudras and the noble-souled Bhava. I am speaking the truth to you. The lordly Matarishva Vayu said, All the sages concluded his story. All the sages, resplendent like the sun, considered that they attained great blessing on hearing the extremely meritorious story of the three-eyed Lord. They were delighted much. Honoring him suitably, they spoke thus to Vayu of great strength. The sages said, O highly exalted, fortunate wind god, the excellent, holy, Upasargika 8th abode of Ishvar, and its magnitude has been recounted precisely to us by you. It is redolent with the excellent fragrance of the great Atman. The grandeur of Mahadeva is difficult to understand even by Suras. Due to the greatness belonging to himself, the Lord of unmeasured splendor has thousands of gunas. Non-illusion is effected by him and his devotees in order to bless them. In the abode of the Lord of the Devas, the Vibhuti that assumes a cosmic form shines very well. It is unequaled and is served by Lord Brahma himself. It appears like the moon that pervades the sky with the moonlight. You have also mentioned everything regarding the noble-souled Rudras who are equal to Mahadev. All these stories came out of your mouth like nectar. Without drinking it devoutly, of what use are our excellent holy rites? There is nothing which is not known by us. O Prana, O excellent one among the Devas, it behooves you to answer our question precisely. Sutta said, that Lord, the wind god, spoke, What else shall I explain? O sages of excellent rites, what should be recounted by me? I shall tell it. The sages said, Please precisely recount to us what, at the time of Abhuta Samplava, will be the state of the Adityas who stand by as attendants near the Lord, the lions who had been the outcome of the Lord's furious outburst, the Vaishvanara groups of Bhutas, the tigers and other followers about whom you have mentioned, along with the groups of lions and tigers. What will be their state as well as those who have attained Siddhi at the time of the terrible dissolution when all living beings are destroyed. On hearing the question, Lord Matarishva said, "This is the greatest and secret reality. I shall recount it. Please listen. Those who have gone there before, the sons of Brahma, 4 Kumaras, Vodhu, Kapila, Asuri of great fame, Sage Panchashik, and others who have known the existence of Ishvar, the unmanifest source of origin, have attained salvation. Thereafter, when much time elapses, at the close of the kalpas, when even the great bhutas or elements are destroyed and utter annihilation takes place, many crores of Rudraganas delightedly meditate on Maheshwar, closely adhering to the 8 types of truth. They desist from enjoying melody and other objects of pleasure and enter all the living beings with their brilliance, accompanied by perfect knowledge, and attain the unagitated Vaihayasapad, the abode of the firmament, in order to bless the living beings sympathetically. Noble-souled ones attain to Maheshwar of the subtle nature of Paramanu there. They cross the river of birth and death, of great eddies and whirlpools of terrific nature. Then they see Sharva and the great Brahman. They are accompanied by those 7 goddesses who have been glorified before. Lord Shankar draws within him the 1,000 lions, the Adityas, the Vaishvanara groups, the Bhutas, the tigers, and his own followers, the Rudraganas. Thereafter he draws these 7 lokas that rush toward him and the 5 Mahabhutas, the great elements. Accompanied by Vishnu, he makes the worlds united and annihilates them. He is Rudra, who is of the nature of Saman and Yajurveda. He is the warp and woof, both within and without, decisively. O Brahmanas, he is the only lord and leader. He is beginningless. He is the annihilator. Then all those sages of the Naimisha forest, refulgent like the sun, consecrated the sacred fire in their own hermitage. They thereafter devoted themselves to the worship of Maheshwar by means of the purity of their inner soul, mentally, verbally, and physically. They were very merciful toward all living beings and engaged themselves in observing fasts and holy rites. All their doubts were cleared, and the unequaled divine yoga was attained by them. After attaining these by means of the mind endowed with perfect knowledge and their greatest devotion, the Salukya form of salvation was attained by them. It is the eternal and unchanging region. He who regularly reads this hymn of a prayer narrated by Vayu, whether a Brahmana, Kshatriya, or Vaishya, but observing his duties, attains Salukya with Rudra. He will be endowed with devotion and be free from ailments. A Shudra, who is not addicted to wine, who is a devotee of Bhava, and who has conquered his sense organs, remains till the time of dissolution without obstacles, and attains the leadership of Ganas, or the abode coveted by all. If he is a wine addict, he rejoices with those groups of Bhutas who are drunkards. Being worshipped on the earth, he will be the granter of boons to men. Thus the wind god, the excellent Lord, spoke these words.